Hey, what is up, guys? My name is Harrison Barron. Thank you guys so much for viewing my channel. Now, in today's video, I'm going to teach you guys, if you're a business owner, how to get your employees to make you content. Now, if you're not a business owner, don't click away because I'm going to give you guys some ways on how you can figure out how to create content or what kind of content you can create for your own self. So this is going to cover everything from Facebook to Instagram to LinkedIn. I know it's really more of a generalist video, but ultimately what I keep hearing is a lot of people are struggling with content creation. So how do you make more content creation? How do you get it to be more effective? And how do you get a lot of content that you can either publish or anything like that? So that's what I'm covering in today's video. So before we get into it, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. I would absolutely love it. And also, if you hit the like button, it does help the YouTube algorithm, and you can help other business owners like yourself or entrepreneurs or anything like that be successful as well. So let's get into it. If you're a business owner, you're probably curious to figure out how to make more content, right? It's just the nature of the beast. So how do you do that? Well, there's a couple different ways. One, implement a strategy, right? Asking your employees, hey, what kind of content can you provide me? Is it blogs? Is it photos? Or is it anything like that? I know it sounds rather simple, and you're probably like, obviously, that sounds so easy. Why wouldn't I want to do that, right? But when you really break it down, it does get a little more complicated than that. So how do you really leverage it so you're getting content, right? I love contests. Contests are a great way to get your employees, but ultimately, at the end of the day, asking them to take a picture or take a video. If you have technicians that are going on site, having those people take a photo or take a video of what they're doing is, one, it's going to help you keep them credible for the work that they're doing. But also on top of that, you could say, hey, by the way, if you submit your picture, we're going to give away a $50 or $100 Amazon gift card. Now, it sounds so simple, or you might be like, Harrison, I don't have $50 to spend. Trust me, the returns that you're going to get on a potential $50 gift card that you're going to give out once a month could tremendously change your business. Everybody struggles to make content. A lot of people won't even get on YouTube, such as this, to make content. So how do you get that content, right? Entice them with a gift card. It sounds so simple. It sounds like, it's too good to be true. But it really isn't that hard. And also, literally asking your employees to say, hey, can you get me content? Where do you see your content, right? What kind of content are these people producing? And have them give you ideas, right? That's another great way to get content. So if your employees aren't going to give you the content, you could still get content by asking them, hey, what content are you digesting and stuff like that, or consuming? Because I want to make that content, right? I want to be that guy that people are going to. I would imagine that Gary Vee's employees do watch Gary Vee on his social media, right? Would only make sense. So when you're an employer, start to figure out different ways that you could ask your employees to create content. Blogs are a little more difficult because they're longer form factor, but if you're looking to get blogs, entice your employees with a gift card or say, hey, this is mandatorily going to happen once a quarter. Now, they may or may not like it, but as time goes on in the future, start to put that in your contract when you hire somebody. Hey, this is your list of job responsibilities. You have to deliver me one blog every quarter based on what you're doing or the solution that you're providing for a customer. It sounds ridiculous, but those blogs will add up over time and it will be tremendously powerful for you. So right off the bat, that's a great way to get content. Now, what about the people that aren't, either an employee or a solopreneur and they don't have employees, right? How do you get content? Well, think about it. Everybody's going to ask you a question. Those questions are going to vary drastically over time, right? They're going to be everything from what kind of content do you make, or how do you help people? What's your success factor, or what is your differentiator in the marketplace? These are all really good questions to answer with, you guessed it, content. Now, why is it that way? Well, think about it, right? There are hundreds of lawyers, thousands of lawyers, right? There's thousands of marketers, there's thousands of tire repair companies or music teachers, but why do you shop at the places that you go to, right? They either have a good reputation, people talk highly about them, or you've consumed some of their content. Now, that's not always the case, but a lot of the times it is, and the same people are asking the same questions over and over to different people. Why wouldn't you want to be the person that's providing all of those answers? There's a great book I read called They Ask You Answer, and it literally describes this principle of answering the questions that people ask. So when I work with somebody, the first thing I ask is, do me a favor, over the next coming weeks, write down the top 50 questions you get on a regular basis. Sounds crazy, but those 50 questions are going to be the next 50 pieces of content we make. If we release 2 videos a week, that's a whole lot of weeks of content. Some may be more, some may be less. You might get, 30 questions answered. You might get 60 questions answered. You might get somebody or meet somebody that's got so many questions they get asked on a regular basis that they don't even know where to start. But you being the expert, or having watched these videos, hey, let's just start in logical order. Let's go through this piece by piece and make a piece of content for every single question. So that way, when a potential prospect or another business owner comes along and says, what exactly do? You can provide them with answers, and not just off the cuff, hey, Harrison, what do you do? Oh, I help companies, I help individuals build their online digital presence. Well, what does that entail, right? What exactly do you do? Who do you help, right? I help business owners and struggling salespeople. How do I do it? I teach them with my online course. I'll help build companies create content on a regular basis. That way they're getting in front of more people regularly, right? It sounds so commonplace, and you're like, Harrison, I know all of this, but how do I actually do it? And this is the thing that stinks. You have to hold yourself accountable, or you have to hire a social media manager. Either way, if you're going to do it or you're going to hire a social media manager, there has to be some kind of accountability. So if it's a social media manager, you have to say, hey, I just want to know what kind of content you're posting, or I want to go and check on what you've done in the past so that way I know what the future is going to look like. That's number one. Or number two, ask them for their strategy going forward, right? Covering certain topics over the course of a certain month. If there's a certain period where times or areas are being searched more often, right? That's another good time to post that. If tornado or hurricane strikes, well, if you're a tree repair guy, you might want to get ahead of that a little bit, or just bombard the area with content ads after it happens, right? Other ways to create content. I know it sounds silly, but a lot of people don't actually think about this. On the flip side of things, if you're the business owner and you have to hold yourself accountable, right? I could be at a networking event right now. I could be out at a sales call right now, but I know how important YouTube is because I want to build my brand. I want to build people to know about me and ultimately help grow that. So this video might not be effective today or tomorrow when it gets done, but if this is the only time I have during the week to get the video done, right, that's fine. I'll get it done now, but the dividends are going to pay off for months and months and possibly even years to come. These videos are going to be online for people to consume. So in 2021 or 2022, you might say, hey, how do I create more content? How do I get my employees to create more content? Boom, here you go. I have the answer for you. So these are a bunch of different ways that you can get people to either consume your content, you can get people to know why you need to hire a social media manager, things like that, things that you might not think about as a business owner or salesperson, but are really, really, really important for the long-term success of a company, right? Staying in front of people, creating that content on a regular basis. So I hope this video helped. If it does, please hit it with a like. It does help the YouTube algorithm. If you have not already hit that subscribe button, feel free to check out some other videos on the channel. I'd love to see you guys there. Until then, keep closing.